Back to our channel. So today we're gonna learn about the parts of an egg. So here is the egg. So you see, this is the outer part, and this is the inner part, and this is the outer part. So let's go to the outer part. This is the outer part. So you know what thing is is hiding the shell, hiding these yolks and all. That's the shell, and it's protecting us. So the shell is called, this outer part is called the shell. Inside we will find an air cell. It's a bit only, okay? You see? So this is called the shell, and in that shell there are two parts. That's the shell and the air cell. Okay. So this thing can be any type of color. You know, it can be any type of color. Maybe you will have white, brown, etc. And we don't eat this outer part. And it has calcium, and it's a bit like, you know, these glasses. It's a bit like that, and we don't eat it. You know, like example, chicken bones. We don't eat that, so we don't eat these also because it's so hard for us. But lions do eat it. Okay, now let's go to the inner part. So this is the inner part. So you see here, first we're gonna start with the yolk. So you see here the yolk. So this is called as the yolk. It's in orange color, and it has protein. And it's orange color. You know that, okay? This is the yolk. It's called as the yolk. There somewhere we have the embryo. There the chick grows. Okay? Now let's go to the next part. The next part is the chaliza. You see this white thing? So you see, this white thing is called as the chaliza. It's a line. I can't take it. It's a bit hard to take it. Because chaliza is like a line, and it holds the yolk, but now it's gone because it didn't hold the yolk. You know why? When the yolk is in the egg, the chaliza will hold the egg to stay like that. So the yolk will not go here under, it will not spill like this, it will be just a round shape. Okay, now let's go to the next part. So the next part is the albumin. So you see here, the white jelly part, it is colorless also. So here you will have, and there is two types of albumin. The first one is the thin one. You see, the thin one is just like the water. It's a bit watery and a bit jelly, but it's looking like a water. The next one is thick albumin. Thick albumin we can take it like this, but the thin we can't. You see, it will come only a bit. But this thick albumin is so thick. You see? Wow. So giggly like a jelly also. It seems like a jelly also, and it's both are colorless. Nothing is not colorless or something. Like albumin is usually not colorless, but this yolk are colored. It's in orange color, and we have here chaliza. We can see sometimes. Sometimes you'll see some white. Sometimes it will be white. Sometimes it will be like the normal thing. It's not like colorless, it's colorless. And then we can see, first when we take an egg, like when we buy an egg from grocery, we see only the shell, nothing like this. But when we crack it, we will see this yolk, maybe chaliza, some of them we can see. Usually we will always see, we will see this yolk and the albumin. So giggly. I like this. So this is the part of the inner side. So we learned about the inner side and the outer side. So let's see the whole thing. So now let's revise it. Okay, so first the outer part, there are two things, that is the shell and the air cell. Shell and the air cell. The next is the inner part. The inner part has the yolk and it has an embryo where the chicks grow, and it has chaliza. Okay, and the albumen, there are two types of it, thin and thick. Thick is so jellyous and it's so jelly also, and the yolk is in orange color and it has protein. Albumen is like a jelly, but it's actually not a jelly. It's like a jelly. Okay, some are thin, that is so thin, like it will be like water only. But if the thick is too much, the thin will be a bit jellyous also. Sometimes it's a water only. So we could take this, but we could not take this like too much. But this thing we can take it. But this thing we can take it too much, but it will not come. But this thing we can see water there. So nice. You see the thing? This is spilling off because chalizas will not work that time. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not work. So now let's end this learning part. So now bye everyone. Please like, comment. So you should like, comment, share and subscribe, the main thing. So please subscribe Little World of Minnu and Appu. And this is like a science video, the parts of an egg. So please subscribe, like, share and comment. You should do that, okay? So bye bye.